Oh yeah, look at that. It's already aligned like perfectly. Oh, I'm not hosting 4 times. The big man. When it starts with Dora, you know you got some good shit. Hugo's in such an awkward position in this game. I don't know what he's like in SVC, but the next Capcom game he was in after this game, I think was SFXT. And SFXT was the one where he got the cancelable low strong, and he could do low strong into light clap, which was quite good. It like it probably it gave him a little bit it gave him a combo route, and right now he has like no combo routes in Street Fighter 3. Clap normal super or clap normal EX lariat or clap EX lariat. Anyway, having a single combo route meant that pretty much every one of his combos was some permutation of that really grab. Some permutation of that, some little pieces of that combo. He had more than he had. SFXD has quite versatile combo routes. He had a lot of stuff he could actually do. You could do I think like jab short low strong. So it's like a 3-hit chain, and then go into an EX clap from there. And of course he had his boost combos. Oh, that's max damage if you're close, but he wasn't close. Hard axe does quite a lot of damage, but you lose a lot of damage the further you are away. And when I say axe, hard axe does a lot of damage, I mean for 12, because it does really shitty damage for any other character. Unfortunately, there's no combo route into hard axe. He can't even combo to medium axe, I don't think. It's gotta be light. That's probably a... I mean, I think it's pretty easy to say that they didn't really think hard enough when making 12's combo routes. But probably a way to combo into medium would be nice. But to be honest, I don't even know if medium is significantly stronger than light. And the thing about cancels into axe is that they push out quite a lot, and axe loses damage for, like, how far away they are. Which is why a raw EX axe actually does more damage than, like, a low short into EX axe. Even though you're doing a cancel. I think even a close strong into EX axe does less damage than raw EX axe. It's not even a scaling issue. It's just axe pushes back, or loses a significant amount of damage for all the pushback, and that close strong is going to push back a decent amount. Pushback in Street Fighter 3 is quite high. Can 12 really walk under towards or stand strong, or is that just like spacing? I hope someone comes in. I started streaming at 2:16. I just want to know sooner rather than later that it's not doing that fake streaming thing it does sometimes, where it shows me streaming and then nothing happens. I might just visit my page to make extra double super sure. I'm gonna do it now. Time out. It won't take but a second. No, I'm live. We good. Could be people watching Tiger Uppercut since that's going on right now. It's Tekken. Tekken top 8, I think. Being on a midnight shift sucks. I got put in guard recovery and I honestly hate it. I'd really rather be doing any other shift than garden than midnight. Oh, it's like for my whole foreseeable future. It's until garden recovery ends, which is like fall. Bed confirm. He went for the red parry on the last hit. That was ambitious. I respect that. That gives you a much bigger punish as Hugo. Hugo might just have... I don't even know if Hugo can punish on block. I imagine he has EX Lariat. Or like Super 3. Oh, it's... well, that's okay. I'll just play Dragon's Dogma later. Street Fighter 3 is the Dark Souls of Street Fighter games. It really is, though. Or maybe Street Fighter 2 is the Dark Souls of Street Fighter games. Well, Street Fighter 2 is the Demon Souls. And then Street Fighter 4 is the Dark Souls 2. Street Fighter 5 is the Dark Souls 3. Maybe Cross Tekken's the Bloodborne? No, Alpha's the Bloodborne. I think people don't like Dark Souls 2, right? Maybe this is the Dark Souls 2. Street Fighter 1 is the Demon Souls. Clapping recovers like instantly. If the Hadoken doesn't hit the clap, then Hugo will be able to recover. And if the Hadoken does hit the clap, then chances are the clap will destroy the Hadoken rather than the Hadoken getting the hit. Clap is a really interesting move. It's like a more passive green hand, but it's like a billion times better. It's like when you take away the green hand's ability to advance, you can make it a much better move without breaking the game. Clap has this barely any forward movement. Just a smidge. And if it's blocked, the forward movement is cancelled by the, there's more pushback than forward movement. Even if it hits. Nice. Yeah. That was a shitty situation. Hugo had very, very small chance of getting out of that alive. Very good anti-air super. Some characters are wider than others midair. Making some characters land on an anti-air super versus other characters, the difficulty changes quite a lot. It's quite easy to do it for Hugo. These are some wild DPs. He almost shook out. I saw the shaking animation is faster depending on how fast you're mashing. When the shaking animation is that fast, he was probably a few frames away. At most. That was some good mashing. Whoa, good punish. You could have come down with a normal. Yeah, it's kind of far, but yeah, see? That was an easy parry. The opponent needs to be close in about mid-screen in order for Denjin to be a true mix-up. If they're further than half screen, they can just see it come out and then parry on reaction to seeing it come out. But up close, you've got to guess. This is possible to live. Jumping was the wrong option, but it's a mix-up, so. Jumping could have worked if you held it longer. Most people spin the stick there and get the full charge as the opponent's waking up. If it's DP in the corner into Denjin, you can get full charge like right as they wake up, so, you know. And then that's a pretty easy parry to always time. But full charge Denjin has a lot of hits. It's like 5. And then, you know, every hit is unblockable. So if they blocked like 3 of the hits, or if they parried 3 of the Denjin hits, Ryu's already recovered and he can do like low forward into Tatsu. And the low forward is a low parry, and you can't block it because obviously then the Denjin would immediately hit you. That was cool. So the low forward probably you won't even block or parry it. But even if you do, the Denjin will hit you and then the Tatsu will hit you, and that does quite a lot of damage. Very difficult to get out of that situation unscathed. I've done that full parry before, but it's not something that I'd feel comfortable doing regularly. Parry low in the middle of the full Denjin parry, and then parry as much of the Tatsu as I feel comfortable parrying before shifting up to blocking. You have to verify the Denjin's all gone before you shift the block. But Tatsu's unsafe on block, so you don't need to parry it. And when I'm going for punishes, I usually just I usually parry as much as I need to get the punish and no more. Oro's a different character from other characters though. Oro gets near max damage from a close strong. There's like not that much I can do to get more damage than that. And Oro jumps kind of high, so I can't easily do a jump in punish. Like, I don't know there's, even if you parry all of Chun-Li's Super 2, I don't know if there's a way to punish it with a jump in as Oro. Define best and I will give you a good answer for why Hugo is in fact the best. It's because he's scary without being, strong. Hugo's like the perfect balance of like low tier, but like capable of doing insanely well with a good player. I shouldn't say the perfect balance because Dudley and Chun-Li exist and both of them make Hugo want to cry. But like every other matchup, including Ken, including Yun, including Makoto. Every other matchup, Hugo's quite strong. I wouldn't say he's great against Ken, but he's definitely functional. Makoto and Ryu are both pretty good, I think. I think Hugo kind of bullies. I mean, Hugo. I think Akuma kind of bullies Hugo. I think Akuma Hugo is a really bad matchup. Elena has no significant counter picks, but she's generally weak. She's weaker to the mechanics of the game than she is to a particular character. Stam roundhouse parried, and then Elena's just floating over that low roundhouse. That was pretty funny. Stam roundhouse is airborne for like its whole animation. So is back roundhouse. So is forward roundhouse. Oh, that was such a good jump, but then he didn't get the parry. That was an easy parry too. He shook out. You see that? Because he shook out, he was crouching rather than standing. That was a good parry and a good punish. It's okay to waste meters, Elena, because your meter is basically worthless. Unless you're healing Elena. You have literally, like, you can just throw as much meter as you want at the end of a round, and it really doesn't matter. Because Elena's meter does a whole lot of nothing. Elena's got one of the most useless super bars in the game. EX adds, like, decent damage, I guess, but only in the corner does it add a lot. And her confirms into her EX stuff is really, really shitty. Elena's confirms are awful. She's got, like, good one-off hits, but her confirms are actually... Oh, that was... You get a juggle there. He could have had stuff. There we go. Ugh. Elena players suck. Wow. So most people anti-air by... Oh no. Elena. Elena. Most people in this game anti-air by holding back and then taking the throw once the opponent lands. So that's like the very common anti-air. Is anti-air nothing. Anti-air delayed defensive tech. So what Ryu did near the end of that was empty jump DP, and regular DP is all versions of DP, including non-EX, are throw me in. That was a good punish. So the thing about Elena's meter was what I started to say. The thing about Elena's meter is that you'll get meter faster than the confirms will come up. So it's okay to throw away bar. And to be 100% honest, her EX damage is like barely lower than her super damage. I will say it's a lot easier to get an EX punish than a meterless punish though. It's very easy to do low strong into EX spin scythe, and it's a little annoying to do low strong into EX DP. Elena has this thing when fireballs are coming at her. Her idle animation moves backward and forward. So sometimes when there's a fireball coming at you, you tap forward, and Elena's a little bit further from the fireball than you're expecting. So she taps forward and then eats the fireball. Or, alternatively, sometimes she'll get hit by that. She'll step into the fireball before you do the parry. It's a little annoying quirk that she has. Also applies to jump-ins. Hi. That was an A-tier parry. Punish! That was a pretty good punish. That was pretty much exactly what you would hope for there. I can't think of a way that could be significantly improved. Ken is pretty fucking scary. That's such a shit position to be in. Okay. Oh, that corner carry on this. You see that? Ken just gets you in the corner like nothing. He doesn't push you forward that well, to be honest. He pushes you backward really easily. That back throw just goes super, super far. Nice. That is an insanely hard way to live. That's a really good finisher. You got to be efficient about chipping people out. A lot of people, when they're new to this game, they just fucking try to chip people out with like meaty DP, and that works against beginners. But you know, that's not a hard parry. But then when you see chip out options like those, the thing about chipping in this game, it's not bad. It's quite a good idea to chip the opponent out. But a lot of beginners and like non-third strike players kind of misinterpret the chip situation. Obviously, there's some parries that are just really hard to go for, and it's fine to go for that stuff. But even more so than that, when you get the opponent to a health where they have to go for parries, um, when you get them to like low chip health, they have to play a very, very particular way to not die. They have to pursue like the aggressive parry, and that opens them up really hard to throws. So and throws are like low risk. There's very little things in any Street Fighter game that'll beat a throw, and usually the things that beat throws are very risky. Especially in this game when your main reversal option is a parry. Most characters don't have a thing that'll beat like a meaty throw, besides like, you know, jumping out of the way. Backdashes aren't throw immune. If you jump, technically speaking, the guy on the ground recovers before you do, so he could maybe try to anti-air you. Most reversal style moves are, oh, the reset. That's not really a good parry to go for. It gives Yun more meter at the end of his combo. That parry resets, it doesn't reset scaling, but it resets Yun's meter build, I think. Anyway, taking a throw on wake up when you're at chip health is like asking to die, which means that meaty throws are very strong. And also they have almost no risk. That was decent Gennage in defense. Gennage is so stupid. I hope when Yun players fight each other, they understand what it's like to fight a Gennage Yun. Yun's backdash, it goes really far. It actually goes the furthest of any backdash in the game, tied with Yang. But it is very, very committal. It takes a decent amount of time to go that far back. So it's not that fast, which means backdash is normally very good for escaping an engine pressure, but it really depends on your character. Remy can backdash faster than Yun can approach, I think, or like Oro. Characters with backdashes that go really far pretty quickly. But Yun can like see another twin player's backdash and then just dash punch it, I think. So both Yun players are kind of trying to approach. I haven't seen that TC in a minute. That might hit. Nope. That was an odd juggle. Drop the under. I wondered aloud if that TC was safe, and noted that I hadn't seen it in a while. Last time we were watching Third Strike, it looked pretty good there. Looked safe-ish. I think the back fierce, even though it's like an imitation of a normal, but it's like a normal with the imitation of a special move. I mean, it's like not a normal palm. Same with Yang's. Yang's got that same TC, and it also ends in the palm. I don't remember if it does chip or not. It super cancels like a regular palm. It's got some other properties that make it not the same though, namely the startup. But I think the damage as well. Ooh. I think Yun can do that TC into his Super 1, and I think you can do it to Super 3, but it's very scaled. Super 2 falls out. Yang can do that TC into Super 2, and I think that's it. Yang doesn't really get juggles with his Super 3. He probably gets a hit. Is that a crouch jab? Crouch jab and crouch strong have like the same animation for Elena. Ooh, oh. He had a juggle state, but he missed it. The overhead is quite rewarding to land there, because you only get a single hit, and the overhead does good damage and stun for a single hit. She could probably get a DP there too, but, you know, won't necessarily be a good one. This might kill. Ooh, he's going for a whack juggle. That was pretty cool. I like that one a lot. I would, like, never pull out the weird juggles on Elena. Elena's the character I need to do everything extremely properly. Elena has a big tendency to fall out of juggles. I've seen it with other juggling characters too, it's not just Aura. There's something really strange about her juggle hitbox. Oof. That super's kind of weird because like all the damage is in the first two hits. Makes it not too hard to red parry, I guess. Or not too risky, rather. Every hit is the same distance apart in that super, I think. The parry is a very consistent timing. It's like that, I think. Might be a little bit further apart. They hit all quick. But when you're actually parrying it, it's much slower. Yakun playing Necro. This is a good position. This is a really good position. Yeah, very low risk on that. It can be red parried, that's it. Oh, Necro! All of your air normals are so slow. The reset paid off. He gets a lot of meter back for this one. Half a bar again. Yeah, it's disgusting. Necro Super 3 isn't even invincible, I don't think. He went for it. You know, that ended up kind of... No, that was bad. Didn't work out. I was going to say it did stop Yun from doing anything. What's that button? Stem medium kick? That's a combo on crouching opponents, but not on standing. That's a link, I think. I think stand strong you can... Or maybe it's like a Chun-Li super, where it's like an extremely delayed cancel. I think it's an extremely delayed cancel. He did, I think that was a Mitogen. That might have been a failed back fierce. He was probably trying to back fierce a cross-up dive kick or something. And got a neutral fierce. Because Yun didn't cross-up dive kick. My best guess. Alright, Necro's still in this. This is definitely a match Necro could win. This isn't even that bad. Alright, now it's bad. The damage done means that this Gane, when it opens Necro up, he will die. Okay. Okay. I think there's a juggle here. Yeah, he did it. He went for the double super. I think that was the only juggle. That was cool. That was really smart. The second super can get 1 or 2 hits, and regardless of what it gets, it's not very strong. 1 or 2 hits are both weak as fuck. However, that super does a lot of dizzy. Is it that hard? I don't know if it's harder or easier on other characters, but every time I do the piano second super, it seems to work. As long as I do it on the earliest frame. Ugh. This is now, like, really hard. Is that a punish? No. That's a pretty hard super to punish, though. I think it's only 3 low parries. You might be able to parry them high. I don't know. I always go for low parries on the super because I know low parries work. Tommy. Stand roundhouse, huh? That's not a normal you see very often. Super 1 has a good amount of invincibility. If Necro wants a reversal, that's usually the one he picks. Oh no, it's over. GG. Didn't even taunt, don't need to. Yam was already missing health and he has low HP anyway. When a character gets a safe command grab, it's not really safe against Yun, he can dive kick to punish it. Very rarely. Generally, no. It gives you a cute little confirm. If you're super 1, instead of going for stand strong into super 1, you can go for stand strong into stand short into light dash punch into super 1. Oh, super 1's just fast? Not even invincible? It seems to have a really good hitbox. Anti-air is very clean, even if the hitbox is already out. I've also had it work on Wake Up. Wake Up low strong? That's weird. That's extremely weird. Nice. Dudley's tiny jump. Tori could mean a few things, I think, but Bird is one of them. Someone told me that Dudley has or rather there's a Makoto juggle on Dudley that can do a touch of dizzy against him. The normal one doesn't touch of dizzy him because he's one of the long stun bar characters. Like Hugo, like Oro. Oof. I'm alright. I had work. I got a migraine halfway through work. I came home. I took a pill. It didn't go away for like an hour. I took a second pill. It went away. Now I feel pretty good. Unfortunately, there was caffeine in that, in those migraine pills, which means I'm probably not going to bed anytime soon. Love the struggle. Normally mirrors push the other way. Normally mirrors push, like there's no, in Street Fighter 5 the mirror, which direction the mirror pushes depends on which mirror it is. But in this game they always push the way away from Urian, which is why you've got to have a cross up at some point. Ooh. Tommy's really aggressive with that. Rarely does it work. My little Makoto juggle. That was a failed tackle for the last one. Towards medium kick means failed medium tackle. Anyway, if the opponent's being juggled and they bounce into a mirror like that, they actually get bounced back, even though the mirror should push them to the... should have pushed Makoto to the opposite direction that she actually bounced. That cross-up was clean. This will kill? Yeah. Should. Pretty short round. Tominaga's a fucking surgeon with that. I've never seen anyone that consistent with that juggle. Yeah, comebacks are very easy to make in this game. Kenzo. This guy's a good yang. He did all three. Still wasn't punished either. I don't know the frames on second Rekka or third Rekka. Oro struggles just a little bit to punish either of them, actually. I can usually get a punish on third Rekka, almost always. But it can be kind of awkward because of spacing. Oro's punish is insane if he's close, and pretty bad if he's far away compared to most characters. His reward for getting a close range punish is just about the highest in the game, but his reward for getting a far away punish is almost nil. Palm into super? Yeah. Palm super is the absolute max damage you can get post dizzy. There's no way to turn Rekkas into a super, unlike Street Fighter. Wait, can you do that in Street Fighter? No, Street Fighter 4 there isn't even a super super. He just has say Ambu. Yeah, but you can't do that up kick super from Rekkas in any way, which means, and you can't do it from his up kick special move. I don't think. So your options are pretty limited for comboing into that up kick super. Palm is the strongest way, but there's no combo into palm. This game does not have low forward into medium palm. You can't combo into any palm. I don't think. That might be the end of the footage. Yeah, it is. Just call Hibiki from here on out. How about this? What game is this? Whoa, ho, 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 yeah. This is a true love we're making. The footage actually just starts there. Up kicks into super. Does it really work? You can do a full up kick into a super, but it has to be anti-air. Which means you can actually do a close medium kick into a high connect up kick, and then a super from there. It looks really dank. This is end groove, dude. That's pretty cool. How often do you see end groove? Not that often. End groove is probably the fourth best groove. It's like the worst groove that's still viable. But C, A, and K are all better. P groove is just memes and ooh. That was a level 3 super, wasn't it? What's the other one? S groove. I think S groove is like mega memes. Like P groove is shitty, but you can make it work if you're good enough. Scott's laugh is so good. Rock. My? Whoa, this is a hero team. He's got a fucking Maki. Tier list in this game is Capcom, and then SNK. Most of the really good characters are Capcom side, most of the really bad characters are SNK side. Although they're close enough that you can, there's a lot of good characters in both and a lot of bad characters in both. That back short doesn't travel at all in this game. Yeah, look at it, it's so tiny. It recovers pretty fast, I guess. Anti-air kick super. It was the level 2 one, but he didn't cancel to a level 1-1. He might have missed the essential hits. Or maybe he's just trying to save his bar. It's pretty easy to defend yourself in this game, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But playing like a clam seems to be quite effective. That was cool. So, I don't think there's genuine level 2 supers in this game. There's like level 1 and level 3 supers. And some isms have just only the level 3s, and some have the level 1s and the level 3s. The only ism with level 2 supers is this one, C Groove. And I think the level 2 supers are just level 1 super with a juggle available. I don't know if they're actually different from the level 1 supers in terms of damage and stuff, but you can juggle after like every single level 2 super, or at least most of them. How dank is Ryu rolling? I don't really know that much about Maki. She's got guys run, but she's got like auto grab follow-ups when they hit. And then she's also got some kind of lariat. And I think she has an air grab. That was an SPD, like a 720. I don't know if it's jumpable. So that was a little fake run there. That was cool. Ran in, did the overhead follow-up. She seems to have pretty nice normals. I think she has the Wushin chain too. Should get a decent amount of HP back for that one. Sagat does so much guard damage with this big, fat, giant hitbox safe attacks. He can attack you from outside your max range, and then every time they hit, they do a good amount of damage, albeit with no combo ability. And every time they're blocked, they do a good amount of guard damage. Oops. That could have been... No, that was a combo. Cool. That was really neat. Maki's pretty interesting. I still kind of like Sagat for this one, to be honest. That was an air 720. Good shit. I think her air grab is super only. She's got it on the ground too. I don't know if it's one frame or two though, on the ground. Is that a fucking two-man team? Oh, it was not a player. I almost got excited. This is like a basic bitch team right here. Akuma, Ryu, Sagat. Wake Up Demon. That might only be available when you're activated. So I think the way Engroove works is you can do level 1 supers if you've got a bar, and the bars are represented. It's like multi-stock, like Third Strike. The bars are represented by jewels. There, you just got one. I think that those are the level 1 supers, and then if you activate, you get an attack and defense boost. And then you also, if you spend another bar while you're activated, you can do your level 3 supers. I think that's how it works. So that was a level 3 super. It used up his super armor. So it lets you do like 2-bar super, level 3 supers for 2 bars, but you've got to spend one of them on a commitment. You've got to already be activated. But of course the attack and defense boosts mean it's actually okay to just activate and just like hope that you get the super, but even if you don't, things will probably be alright. Guard break. Been a relatively consistent thing with Ryu that every game with a guard break, guard meter, Ryu is good at guard breaking. Kind of interesting. That's the run house. I think it's got a good anti-air hitbox. Activate. He's got a lot of meter, so it's just wasting away as long as he's not using it. That was the lariat. I think that's invincible, but don't quote me. Guard break? No, I didn't do anything. Fucking tickled her guard bar. Maki's playing a really good game trying to not guard anything. Now it's about to get real ugly. If I were Ryu, I'd activate right now. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. He's got a bar. He's about to guard break. Nice reversal. That's her core circle forward punch, I think. It's a weird special move. I don't know anything about it. She just kind of throws a haymaker at you. I don't know if it has any sort of special properties like going through fireballs or fucking, I don't know. It combos from a lot of stuff and it knocks down. Anyway, I would definitely activate a Osagat. There you go. He was sitting on like 3 bars, so. Maybe do it again, to be honest. Nice. The idea of a game with guard breaks and parries is a really good idea because those mechanics stack rather nicely together. Anchor-chan and Angroove. That's cool. Having being forced to use parries when you're almost guard broken is an insanely cool mechanic. But I think this is literally the only game where they're both present. I can't think of another game that features both parries and a guard bar that's like popular. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of the KF or Fatal Fury games had both. Like Just Defend or something. Doesn't Just Defend exist in KOF 14? I don't remember what it does though. Most people don't seem to go for it that often. Oh, the overhead. That looked pretty slow. How about Ryu with hops? That's pretty cool, right? Hopping Ryu. Bird Ton. I think this character is a decent reason for why people don't seem to... why KOF 14 didn't take off bigger than it did. I don't know, people like, ooh, that could have been a much bigger punish probably. I would be fucking down with that. Although my game selection might be a bit different. I think pretty much everyone wants a CVS3. Possibly including SNK. I'm not sure about Capcom. With all this Marvel vs. Capcom stuff going a little bit bad, I think it would be prime time to make a CVS3. How about this? Oh, a manual host. Interesting. I found out recently the Gara wasn't even called... Gara was just called Fatal Fury in Japan. It's Japanese name. Oh. I mean, I've always understood it to be a Fatal Fury game. But Fatal Fury is dropped from the title, I think, in the US version. A fighting game doesn't need that many characters. That's the truth. It's that same team from earlier, I think. I don't remember. I feel like there wasn't a Ken in it, but maybe there was. I remember the guy on the Scott, though, in the C groove. Oh. I'm guessing that Akuma has low dizzy in this game, but I don't actually know that. He tends to. The canon explanation for Akuma not having EX moves in Street Fighter 3 is evidently that he's holding back. But I wonder if there's a canon explanation. I wonder if holding back is the reason he gets dizzy easily, because that seems a bit silly. I wonder if there's actually a weakness to his martial art style that involves him getting dizzy. Low HP too. Is that him holding back, or is that him throwing away his humanity or something? Or is that the fact that he's just old? Oldness doesn't really seem to do a whole lot to you in the Street Fighter verse. Dawson's old and he has low HP, but is Dawson the lowest HP male character? I guess he is. That might have been a punish. Kami's got low HP and low stun, and she doesn't have any ki at all. All of her attacks are just her throwing her body at you. CBS2 is pretty cool. That random raw Sonic Hurricane at round start. I'm down with that. I saw that far strong into Sonic Boom and it made me sad. It made me sad because Guile can't do that in Street Fighter 5. Guile has like no far cancel into Sonic Boom. Low strong is as good as it gets. There's some things I really like about Guile in Street Fighter 5 though. Particularly his V-skill is very thoughtful. His V-skill enhances the amount of thinking he has to do. Guile has to do more thinking than most characters, I feel. Guile's a thinking man's character. Is that a fucking Raiden player? Playing K-Groove, that's pretty cool. So K-Groove has Just Defend, and it only builds meter from taking damage, but if you Just Defend something, you build the same meter as if you took the damage while still blocking it. And also your K-Groove goes away. If you're not full, you keep it between rounds, but if you are full, it goes away between rounds. So efficiently managing your K-Groove is a very important skill, I guess. You can only super while you're activated, and it activates automatically with no save from you. But I think you get increased damage. You definitely get increased damage, and you might get increased defense too while you're activated. And K-Groove is a little bit like a parry. I think you get a little bit of extra frames if you parry something versus if you block it. If you just defend something. It's a lot easier to do than P-Groove, and also a lot less risky than P-Groove. But I think it opens the opponent up a lot less. Like if you get a single parry, you almost always get a punish, like a combo. But with Just Defend, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, I think. K-Groove is such an all-or-nothing-ism. It's pretty hyped to watch. Also, it's an SNK-ism, so you have access to, I think, rolling and running. And the other SNK stuff. Running is arguably better than dashing anyway. I don't think I've ever seen a Raiden player in this game. I forgot that he was in this game. Neat. Can you not? I thought you can. I thought that was already a thing. There are definitely at least one ism with hopping. Groove. Man, I don't know shit about this game. Is that true? That was cool. Didn't work, but it was cool. Ah, good old Ken light DP. I'm not even mad anymore when I see Ken recover from a light DP super fast. That's the name of the game, baby. That's why you pick Ken. Well, I'm not seeing a whole lot of hops anyway, and you think there'd be a decent number of them. That might have been a hop. That was definitely a super jump. SNK is weird because you have 4 different jumps. SNK, actual King of Fighters games. That looked like a hop. That looked like a hop. That was definitely a hop. Yeah, there's no doubt that that was a hop. They're pretty smart in the SNK side. With SNK made games, rather, not this game. They're pretty smart about having certain attacks be weak to hops and having certain attacks beat hops without having to react. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, maybe you can do like Daimon Stand D on reaction to a hop. But like certain attacks are really weak to hops. And certain attacks are very strong to hops. You know, just whiffing an attack. And then if they hop as you're whiffing it, either they need it or not. And they're pretty good about balancing that. They're pretty good about what attacks where are strong against hops and what attacks where are weak against hops. Like strong attacks otherwise are weak to hops and weak attacks otherwise are strong to hops and shit like that. I feel like they weren't super careful about that in this game. It looks kind of hard to make a hop work. A lot of attacks are just kind of good against hops. Just like the good anyway normals are also good against hops. You know what I mean? You think hops would be really strong in this game? Pokes in general in this game are very, very strong. Neat. Level 2 into level 1. Very common in C group if you want to pour some meter. I don't know if that's actually stronger than a level 3 super. It's probably pretty similar in strength. You can do a level 3 super, but you almost always see people do level 2 into level 1, so I'm guessing level 2 into level 1 is usually better when available. It probably depends on the character. Neat. I like every KF game I play, but I don't play them very often. What's Heroines coming out on? I might fuck around with that if it's not like a fucking Switch exclusive or something. DP? Yeah. I really like Tiger Blow having like 6 hits. I wonder how they're going to do that with Sagat in Street Fighter 5. I wonder if it'll be like a 6-hit Tiger Blow. I'm guessing they're going to do what they did in Street Fighter 4, where non-EX is 1 hit and EX is like 6. I would be okay with that. But I've always aesthetically liked Tiger Blow getting a shit ton of hits. It makes it rather distinct to my eyes from like the Shoto DP. But it's better to have 1 hit than 6, to be honest. For like trading purposes and whatnot. From what I've seen, Terry Bogard is not like particularly great in any fighting game he's in. But people sure like him, me included. I can't name a single game where he's really strong. He's usually kind of middling or bad. Here's that basic bitch team again. This is like a K group team on the right. Sagat and Kami. I don't know about Ryu. You usually see Kami on K-Groove, you don't see her that much on other isms. Kami has a nice ability to confirm, and confirming is the most important thing because you don't have that much time with K-Groove. The activate, then a near immediate demon. That was cool. I think you don't build meter as long as you're activated, which is why people don't activate more. This game's one button throw, right? I think so. The KF mechanic of rolling kind of relies on one button throws. It doesn't rely on it, but like, you know. That was probably a punish. It's kind of cute. It's kind of a cute combo. Being able to do that. And then cancel to a dive kick. And then juggle. Without the dive kick ever hitting. Counter spy. Oh, she did. A classic Ryu combo right there. You can't even do that in Street Fighter 5. Jump fierce, stand fierce, Tatsu. Or is that jump roundhouse? Technically you can do it in Street Fighter 5, but it's stupid. Just give Ryu cancelable stand fierce. What's the problem? It would actually be kind of strong to give to him. It would be a good buff. Because it's a crush counter normal. You could fish with stand fierce even more easily. I still say give it to him. Ryu's normals need a little overhaul, I feel. Make him more like Street Fighter 4 Ryu. I like the axe kick. He can keep the axe kick. I'm okay with him having that. I want to see this Honda Blanca team, to be honest. Same too. I forgot Honda was in this game. I don't think I've ever... No, I've seen Honda in like combo videos. I've never seen anyone actually pick him. You think Honda would be really strong in this engine because literally what you do in this game is what Honda already does in the games that he's in. And yet, like, you know... Honda's whole goal is to occasionally command grab, but usually just fucking rely on good hitboxes and errant hits. And to have high general damage and high general chip. Because he doesn't get openings too easily. I would like for them to give Karine her command grab back in Street Fighter 5. And then I would like them to make every single other character better to justify that. We need a net buff. We need the whole cast to get significantly stronger. Jump jab. Looks like a jump fierce. Might have been a jump strong. Could be any one of her air normals. Is your name lolly.exe? Rashid and Abigail. Definitely Rashid is quite versatile. Rashid is not lacking for things to do. What the fuck was that? Or are you just saying that Rashid and Abigail are top tier? Top two? I don't know if I'd call them top two, but I would call them top tier. But I don't know about how tier necessarily factors into that. Kemi needs a lot more fun stuff to do, but Kemi's like high tier. Plans to do a sort of basic school for people who want to learn Third Strike. Yeah, so many people have been asking me to do that I like have to. But that being said, I only played like one character, one and a half, one and a quarter in Street Fighter 3, so it'll just be mechanics and stuff. Basic combos. I mean, Cammy doesn't need buffs, but like I would appreciate additional things to do with Cammy. Ryu's functional in Street Fighter 5 right now. Not only is he okay, like tier wise, but he's also he's got some interesting things he can do. I'm kind of okay with having a plain Jane character, and Kimmy can be that character. She already is, really. No, that's better. I've had people ask that. That's not even a question I've never heard. Alex is more unique than Ryu. The flat out fact of Ryu in Street Fighter V will be that he is not going to be played as long as, or rather, not. People will never play both him and Akuma. People, what the fuck? That Kimmy Crouch Fierce missed. People will only ever play one or the other because they are too damn similar, and they will play the one that's better. And right now, that's Akuma. They need to overhaul V skills. That's my very firm opinion in Street Fighter V. My real cup is definitely just memeing. Level 2 supers look very fun. C groove is like the most basic bitch groove in this game, but it still looks really cool. When I say basic bitch, I mean generally good, not most simple. I don't know what the most simple groove is. It might be P groove. P groove is rather simple. You can parry, and you have level 3 supers in a single bar. Oh, you're actually being serious. You really want a Gigas Breaker. Just pick fucking Super 3 Hugo. Super 3 Hugo is good enough in just like every matchup. If you want actual advice, fucking save up. Shut up, Joe. I say that. That's always my example. Whenever I say how V skills should be, the go-to is Jin's drive. Jin's drive is just a bunch of extra attacks, but they've all got a theme. The theme is ice. He's got a bunch of icy attacks. They're all pretty slow, I guess. V skills should build a lot less V meter, but they should be a lot better, like a lot better. They should be like B and B-ish. The only two V skills I truly like in Street Fighter V are Guile and Akuma. Quick spin knuckle is a move they could just remove and I wouldn't be sad. It's usually pretty mediocre. I do appreciate they brought Sakura's dive kick back in Street Fighter V. That's kind of cute. It's like the same animation too. Locked it behind a reskill, but you know, I can't complain. Sakura kind of feels like she's missing a dive kick, you know what I mean? She feels like she's missing something. I can't complain that much because she's like well-rounded enough to function, but she doesn't really feel like she has anything unique anymore. The only thing unique about Sakura is how safe she is, which is kind of rare now. 3 of your 4 Tatsus are -2. Fireball is very easy to space. Cross-up Tatsu would be a nice little fix, I guess, if she got that. A dive kick on a regular jump would be kind of nice. I don't think the Sakura is like super duper low tier or anything. I feel like she's okay. I know like you got medium Tatsu combos now, it's fine. Um, but one thing I would fix, one thing I do miss, or not, it feels like other characters, like Chun-Li. Chun-Li is probably a smidge better than Sakura. Probably, she's got a higher ceiling. So like, I feel like they're like the same until you get to a really high level, and then Chun-Li keeps going and Sakura stops. Um, but if Sakura had like a low jab stand strong the way Chun-Li does, I feel like that would be pretty good. They could take 3 frame away from Sakura low jab though, if they're gonna give her that. Maybe put it somewhere else. Maybe put it on stand jab, or maybe low short. Sakura low short being 3 frame would be kind of cool. It would be a nerf, don't get me wrong, but it'd be kind of cool if it gave her low jab stand strong. Low jab stand strong would be such a nice combo. I would use that so much. I just feel like that wouldn't be out of place to have low jab stand strong low forward when Chun-Li has the exact same combo. But Chun-Li's got like way better neutral. I like Sakura's face actually quite a lot. I just want Sakura to have anything that makes her a little bit technical. She's not very technical. +3 is a kind of frustrating number for Sakura. That's something I would do if I was in charge of Sakura. There's a couple situations where you get +3, and what you get from +3 is very minimal. You get crouch jab into medium DP, and that's it. And there's no variation to that. I mean, I guess you could do an EX DP instead. Do you want the link? I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back. Ah, yes, me, Capcom PR. They have some jobs available. I'd have to move to San Fran though, but I would do that. I've been in San Fran before. It's okay. I kind of wouldn't mind just throwing it all away and moving. HP that you're losing and HP that you have, especially on these like little videos, are just such a similar color. It looks kind of strange when you're losing HP. It's kind of hard to tell when the HP is going to stop going down. Yeah. I mean, almost any job would pay more than the job I have right now, but I probably wouldn't be able to afford living there with even with a step up job. To be honest, like I could live anywhere. 2-room apartment, I'd be happy. I'd be fine. I love a small living space. That would bother a lot of people, but it wouldn't bother me. I already live in 2 rooms in my fucking decently sized house. This team construction. I like the way that Sakura's DPs work. I think they were kind of smart about that. They all have a use. And they all have reward based on how easy they are to land. It's kind of clever. The light one is basically exclusively for juggling, but it's quite good for juggling because it's insanely fast and it has a lot of JP. And then the medium one is for most of her. It's for her light normal enders, which she has a decent number of. Stand jab, stand short, medium tatsu, crouch jab, stuff like that. Then heavies for everything else. It's kind of cool how it works. Of course, the XDP is useful too. One thing that's kind of annoying about that is because your DP turns into that special DP in VT2, that can make some of your combos kind of fuck up. Most of your combos it just makes better, but some of them just kind of get ruined. Like I think max range stand short into DP loses a bunch of hits. It might even fall out at max range, I don't know. And there's a couple combos that kind of don't work properly. The new Dissidia looks like one of them Gundam games. The Gundam fighting games, or like Custom Robo. Or is that the old Dissidia? Fuck CVS too. We've watched 50 minutes of it. Let's watch some of this. Look, it's Tony. Tony Hawk. It's kind of loud on my side. It's probably quiet as fuck for you guys. I'll turn it up just a bit. Tell me if that's the right volume. Pretty sure this matchup is shit. Although T-Hawk's damage is really... Look at that punish. I was thinking maybe he gets Staying Fierce there, but I forgot. He gets Tatsu. I just called that move Tatsu. It's actually a lightning legs. I think stand jab low forward is a one frame link. You just got it there. That probably will whiff. It didn't. Good shit. I'm surprised T-Hawk didn't try to dive over it. Pretty sure EX dive would have gotten out of the way. But he might have been too low, I guess. I don't know. It's like over though. T-Hawk has no way out of that. Yeah. That wasn't even the right punish. He should have dashed in on T-Hawk charging. He could have punished a back dash, punished a forward dash, or punished release. That's what you do when you jump over a focus attack. Uh-oh. This could still turn around. It's shitty though. Look at that. Close Fierce. T-Hawk probably could have hit an earlier and I won't beaten that. That's pretty cool though. Close Fierce doesn't shrink Seth's hurtbox. In fact, it actually makes it bigger. So what's the actual... Oh no. Don't fuck up. That's like how to fight T-Hawk. Don't fuck up. And it's also how to play Seth. Don't fuck up. So when you fuck up, it's just catastrophic in this matchup. Any mistake Seth makes just gets punished really hard. Eating a T-Hawk hard SPD is pretty powerful. They do like 240 damage or something. Oof. Yeah, it's really unsafe on Seth. He can punish it with Ultra 1 if he has it. Uh-oh. Oh, that takes a chunk. T-Hawk sucks at chasing teleports, but that was actually a teleport he probably could have chased. T-Hawk is maybe the worst character in the whole game at chasing teleports. No confirm. It was double O short, so it might not have been possible to confirm there. You need to link 2 jabs to get a Hyakuritsu Kyaku, I think. Missed the dive kick. It's okay. That was kind of... I don't know. That was kind of iffy. I feel like DPF at EC DP would have been better than EX SPD. DPF at EC DP was a lot harder to punish. T-Hawk can't get out of immediate DP. He's got to block it. And I think 2 DPs would have chipped him out. Good old Ken. So, Seth and Oni, I think, have DP hitboxes that have anti-cross-up boxes. Uh-oh. Ultra double Seth, huh? That's pretty wild. Both of Seth's ultras aren't very strong. They're even weaker if you're running ultra double. Yeah, I would like Seth more if he was more like Urian or more like Gil. The borrowing stuff is kind of, from a gameplay perspective, it's not very interesting. You're minus after a level 1 focus attack on dash in, but not punishable, usually. This is why Ken did a hard DP. Dash under. Oh. Seth has good corner carry. Far strong. It's kind of cute. It's kind of risky against Ken's jumpy X Tatsu. I wouldn't fuck around with that much. That's gonna work. Good shit. Far strong is a nice anti-air if they don't have a way to alter their jump arc, but Ken does. Real far away on that one. I don't think he had a combo. kind of weird combo route. He might have been able to skip the crouch jab and go straight to low strong Hyaku. That was a DPable jump. Ooh, Ken. He got a far fierce there. He probably wanted a crouch fierce, I guess. Yeah, that was a bad teleport. He probably got an autocorrect one when he didn't want one. I think Omega Seth had tackles, yeah. Ooh. I've been meaning to do Omega character videos forever. I think people would really like them. But I'm waiting for something, I don't know what. They would be easy and fun for me to make. I would honestly have like a really good time making them, and I think people would find them very interesting. I could sell them. I could like have DVDs. But they wouldn't actually be DVDs. But I could have like unlock codes and shit like that. Like $1. $1 to watch a 9-minute video of how to play Kimi in Street Fighter 4 Omega Edition. Probably make a decent amount of money doing that. Get people paying $45 for the complete set. That actually sounds really fun. I should do that. Maybe I'd put one up. Yeah, ripped would be a thing, maybe. Oof, red focus. I think a decent number of people would like, you know, support me. And if the ripped version showed up on YouTube, I'd probably be able to petition to have them taken down. Cody does not get a safe jump on Ken. Ken could have done wake up DP there. Ken has a nice 3 and 4 frame DP. Got him. That's gonna kill. Good shit. Sonic is a very strange reversal. It's very jumpable. And it's got some odd invincibility. And it's not particularly fast. I seem to recall there being something really good about it. But I forget what. I know. He got far fierce, he wanted close fierce. He's probably going for close fierce so strong or something like that. Otherwise he'd use crouch fierce, I think. Oof. Cody is underperformed in pretty much the whole lifespan of this game. I shouldn't say underperformed, because that implies that he's a pretty good character. I don't know if he's a good character. But despite being, I think, the second most played character online, he's never really done super well. Stand strong, low fierce? Nope, EX rot. He went for the easier link that does a little bit less damage. You got stand strong, low fierce, which is 1 frame, and then you've got 10 damage less. Actually 9 damage less, I think. Or 10. Depends on the combo and the scaling. You can do close fierce into low strong, and that's a 2-frame link. People tend to pick characters based on their appearance, don't they? I don't know if I'd really go as far as to say Cody's a neutral monster. He certainly has a lot of neutral tools. They exist. I have to acknowledge that they exist. Ken could have linked the DP there. Instead he like dashed in. Pretty wild. Yeah, anti-air focus is not good on Ken. That DP catches backdash, and it catches release, and it catches forward dash. And it's invincible. I actually played a shit ton of this matchup because one of my friends and main opponents played Cody, and I played a lot of Ken. Don't like Ken in Street Fighter 5. It's kind of weird that I ever played him in this game. I feel like he's kind of a break away from what I tend to like playing. I think nowadays if I play this game I wouldn't play Ken. After they added Elena, like every character was nowhere near as fun as Elena for me. So I tended to play a whole lot of Elena and not a lot of anyone else. I wasn't saying the alternative was playing the tier list. I just feel like you should pick a character whose gameplay feels fun. That's a reversal. Like a real reversal. I remember when Cody got that. It's pretty nice. It lets him do some things he couldn't easily do because of Zonk's input. Like if you jump in on a focusing opponent like that, it's very hard to get a Zonk out. You need to have already been holding it. But if you've got EX upper, that works just fine there. Highest IQ is picking the character with the biggest titties. Who has the biggest titties in SF5? Whoa. Is it Armika? Is it Laura? I actually don't know who has bigger tits between them. Probably Laura. Pretty sure the absolute biggest tits are Sea Viper followed by Rose, according to Capcom. Sea Viper wears an outfit that kind of conceals them. I mean, I know she's giving you that cleavage with the tie there, but it's kind of hard to gauge the size. Oh yeah, I forget where poison fits into that. That is not the follow-up. That works, but you can do hard stomp, and that has a better knockdown and more damage, I think. Focus backdash is where you do hard stomp. Sakura is one of the smallest, I think. I wonder who's smaller, Sakura or Kami? I want to know now. Juri used to have tiny titties, remember? And then they made them big. Yeah, good. Ken tried to focus out because that was the dive kick setup. It's like reactable, but Ryu can land on the front or the back there, based on whether he does the dive kick or not. That had a lot of damage. Whew, that was in range for both hits. Took that pretty well. I don't understand why they made overheads so shit in Street Fighter 5. They're already like kind of shit in this game. Speaking as a third strike player where overheads are really good. Overheads are like the right strength in Street Fighter 3, I feel. That's still wrong. You could dash up Ultra 2 there, actually. But hard stomp was the one that is more ideal. Oh, he wanted that ultra too. It was good. Good job checking his swing. That was a combo. Ken might be dead. He's got to play super smart now. That was not super smart. It's okay to have a mix-up as long as it's unsafe, I guess. I guess that's their thought process. Juri. I remember that. She actually got that back in Season 3. That change went almost completely under the radar. I don't think I've ever seen anyone talk about it. But they made Juri's Crutch Fierce into a functional anti-air. They like massively buffed it. It was one of the worst anti-airs she had, and it became one of the best anti-airs she had. What's more, I think it doesn't need the first frame connect to get a crush counter. There were no Juri players to notice Juri buffs in Season 3. Even though Juri was one of the more buffed characters. Ooh, that's max. That's max damage. Plus strong, stand fierce. That's one frame. That combo's cool. Kind of sad that that she doesn't have that anymore. Yeah, medium DP is like always the best option with Juri. Against like almost any jump. The only thing is like if it's a really far away jump and if they empty jump, the MPDP would miss, and then you want to go for like a far anti-air maybe. But even Juri's far anti-airs aren't particularly special. That was cool. Maybe jump medium kick or something. Never seen that as an anti-air. It's a good idea. That was a tricky block. That was a real ambiguous jump, to be honest. I probably had blocked that wrong. I like Juri's new ATC. That's a change I really like about her. Oh my god, Juri's dive kick is so stupid. I don't miss that shit. That move was always a meme. Look at that. Anti-air jump medium kick, that's cool. That's my kind of anti-air right there. Anti-air with jumps. That's bad. This should kill. This combo is very easy and pretty strong, but kind of expensive. Good for endgame. This is actually a matchup where I prefer regular Ryu to Evil Ryu. Having the extra health helps a lot. And you have a better backdash. Evil Ryu's backdash moves too far. If you backdash an SPD as Evil Ryu, you don't get a punish. If you backdash an SPD as Ryu, you do get a punish. The different backdashes plus regular Ryu's better fireball plus the extra HP, I feel just goes a really long way. The buffs that Evil Ryu gets don't make up for it. I might be in the minority there, but I really do think regular Ryu is better here. It's a good bait. Whoa! Oh, that's it. Ugh, that wasn't it. That should have been instead of okay, this is still good. Instead of regular fireball FADC, it should have been EX fireball FADC, and then it should have been an ultra 2. That combo does a shit ton. I think that normal still exists, and it still has pretty much the same purpose. Whoa. I play this matchup a lot, and I can safely say it's pretty miserable for T-Hawk. What the fuck was that? What was that supposed to be? Yeah, T-Hawk hates those. That was probably one he could catch. That's tricky. Jump strong is 2 hits. They're both overheads. Gotta block both hits high. Wow. SPD definitely would have punished that. T-Hawk's actually got a pretty damn good position. Yeah, look at that. That move is a pretty functional anti-air. Stamina House. Fire Stamina House. Close Stamina House is not a bad anti-air either, to be honest. T-Hawk's best anti-air is, I think, heavy DP. EX DP, technically. And then heavy. And then I think he can also anti-air with one of the hits of Low Fierce. And I forget what else. Okay. The stand strong with no cancel I was a bit iffy about, but he made it work. The motion is kind of annoying to do on a jump. I gotta say that. Neat. I don't even know the current motion for T-Hawk Ultra 2. They changed it. I think it's double half circle back kicks, but I could be completely wrong. Once they added Ultra Double, they wanted to remove some overlap. I'm not 100% sure it's kicks, and I'm also not 100% sure it's half circle back. It could be half circle forward. Alright, cool. Where's the reset? Here it is. Oh, it'd been a good time to reset. It's such a minor thing, but being able to go for any expire into a DP hit, it's very satisfying. It's subtle, but medium DP being 2 hits was a really nice change for T-Hawk. It wasn't enough to make him good or anything, but it is nice. This does an ass ton. The expire is already really strong, and it's automatically counter hit when it breaks armor. And it's on Evil Ryu. Ooh, that was cool. That a lot. That does like almost the same damage as his SPD, heavy SPD if memory serves. Whoa. Okay. That's not even max damage, I don't think. It's medium punch, and then a second medium punch if you can. And then E expire, and then medium uppercut. The ender there is low forward, not stand jab. Oof. Wrong DP. That's the only one that didn't work. Yeah, double hit jump strong is real annoying. Look at that. Good mastery there. There's the ender. You can't do anything from that low forward. It's too far away. It cancels, but you can't cancel into anything. There's just no combo to pick up. Nice, good punish. Okay. Didn't do the EX dive. It would have been not bad there, but not great. Oof. Got the one frame. What we got? Oh. Meaty jump is good against T-Hawk. He should have done it. T-Hawk doesn't have a good way of beating like meaty cross-ups. His DP is just completely the wrong angle. Nice. That could have been a kill combo fairly easily. That was maybe a punish? He probably had a safety F80CL queued up. Spire is usually quite minus. I think Light Spire is at best -2. I shouldn't say best, at worst. But other Spires are worse. And Ryu's Reversal Light DP is 3 frame. Ryu's Reversal any DP. Oof. That's a failed medium uppercut maybe? Ooh, look at that. Help. Yeah, nice bait. If he didn't dive there, diving there it made it very minus. But if he didn't dive there, then the look up DP would have worked. He pushed a mix up. Oh, bad teleport, but missed the punish. We use a confirm from killing. This should kill. I think he's still in range. That was like really far away. It was like the max range that it was still gonna work. Ultra 1 is versatile. It's actually probably better in this matchup than Ultra 2 is. Ultra 1 works as a punish for regular and EX Hawk Dive, which Ultra 2 does not. And they have very, very similar combos. Evil Ryu Ultra 2 is usually better, but Ultra 1 is underutilized. There's some situations where it's better, but people almost never pick it. That was not a good DP. I wonder if he's just trying to build some meter and maybe get Ryu to approach over aggressively. But he happened to do it right as Ryu was about to jump in. Tried to micro walk and then go for his combo, but he lost the punish. Oh no. That should have definitely gone into a Tatsu. He's like 1 hit from stun right now. Nice. Yeah, Street Fighter 5 Geef is actually closer to T-Hawk than Geef in this game. I agree. T-Hawk wishes he had fucking SF5 Geef Slayer, I tell you that. T-Hawk does have a pretty nice mix-up when he's close to you though, can't even lie. Jump back strong would have killed Seth there. Or jump back Renos. Jump back jab, anything. Or you had a guaranteed win there. Seth couldn't do anything about that jump back, except hit it very early or normal, which was extremely suicidal. And he wasn't going to do that. Because no one does that, ever. Jump back button would have anti-aired Seth, and then Ryu would have just won. Oh, the overhead. Almost dizzy again. Oh, there goes that. That didn't combo. What the fuck? Seth? Oh, good jump. Very, very, very weak follow-up, but it was a good jump. Oh, that's the worst possible time to get a stun. Alright, where is it? Sneak it in. Never mind. I think that's minus. Ryu had the meter just to make that safe anyway. Close forward, that's a 3-frame normal. That doesn't work on all characters, but when it does work, it's I think it's only 10 less damage than low strong, but way easier to do. So when it's available, you want it. Seth is a nice wide boy, so you can do wide boy combos on him. He's also quite tall, so you can do tall boy combos on him. That might be whiff, yeah. That was the dead zone. People who don't play Evil Ryu might not know, but Evil Ryu has a dead zone where he can't do FADC Ultra if the opponent's kind of near the corner but not in the corner. If they're in the corner, you have to do backdash. If they're not in the corner, you have to do forward dash. But if they hit the corner mid-juggle, then if you do backdash, you're too far away, and if you do forward dash, you go under. Wide boy combos. Stand strong is safer than stand fierce when going into stomp. Stand strong is a 2-block string into any stomp, whereas stand fierce is not. They can DP you between the stand fierce and the medium stomp, I think. This should kill. Oh no, he shook out! Oops. That was a kill combo. This isn't even that great for Seth. Okay, now it is. Those are probably all empty canceled. Anti-air DP, only one. Oh. Those are bad to whiff. Oh, he missed his cancel. Oh, that was a kill combo. That would put him into stun, and then the follow-up probably would have killed him. You get him? Got him. This might kill, dude. This does an ass ton of damage, and it's Seth health, and it's half HP. It's gonna do a shit ton. It almost killed. Seth has a teleport, so you can't chip him out. There it is. Fuerte. It takes a lot of balls to see Fuerte running in at you and to DP. Oh, he missed the run stop fierce. Oh yeah, look at that. Did the wrong combo though. Fuerte only has anti-air normals plus the EX guacamole leg throw. And that anti-air crutch fierce can easily be baited by a dive kick. Fuerte went, yeah. Bottom and top sounds about right. But he's very underplayed. He's probably the single most underrated character in the game. He got really insanely buffs to, insane buffs to Quesadilla Bomb. And a lot of quality of life stuff that made him a lot more well-rounded. His damage is really good. Like, his punish damage is actually insanely high if you can do run stop fierces. His reset potential is some of the best in the whole game. His Oki is pretty damn good. Quesadilla Bomb's also really hard to punish. Icing on the cake. Evil Ryu's punish for a blocked Quesadilla Bomb. An invincible move. His punish is reversal Tatsu. Reversal medium or heavy Tatsu. And it does fuck all damage. It does like 80 damage. And if he FADCs to make it safe, then it's not a punish anymore. And it's very hard to react to that FADC. Because you need reversal Tatsu to punish a non-FADC'd one. So basically, Ryu punishing Fuerte's reversal is really shitty. Fuerte's mad hard though. It's one of the hardest characters in the game. That's nice. Close fierce anti-air. Any close fierce, any close button anti-air is always a bit picky. Because you can't easily control whether you're going to get the close or far version. That was probably minus. Seth has a good backdash though. Look at all that white. Pursue it. There you go. Got it. Just did a ton of damage. That was like a 300 damage anti-air DP. Overhead. That's not going to hit. He had time for that? Caught me off guard. You can also juggle into... Ooh. You can also juggle into medium or heavy DP. Or, I think towards forward. Ouch. Seth got more and more swole each game. I think his HP is 850 now. 850 HP, 900 stun. That sounds right. He's still like low end, but it's not nearly as dumb as it was at launch. At launch he was 750, 750, I think. That's gonna hit. If he hadn't already Tatsu'd, he'd be able to EX Tatsu to stay above that. Ow. Because the A-bomb is pretty strong. Nice, counter hit combo. That's a 2-frame link on counter hit and impossible without counter hit. It means something in this game when you get counter hit combos. Street Fighter 5 is just like, yo, there you go. I mean, I still get a little hype even in Street Fighter 5 when I see a counter hit combo. I feel happy when I see like Kami players go for like low strong and get the counter hit and then go for Stand Fierce. It's like cool. Almost every Kami would just do another low strong there. That's gonna work. Oh, no, he did it. He did the X Tatsu. Nice. You get run follow-ups off the wall. If you want them. That was the grab, which is duckable. Is that a fucking Den Hibiki? This really is low tier god. It's hard to say that Dan's underrated. He's kind of not. He is pretty bad. He's not worthless. He's pretty unique. Throw beat, wake up EX run, yes. Fuerte's only reversals against meaty throw are both his ultras. And I guess his super as well. Although to be honest, I don't think I've ever seen an Fuerte do reversal super. It would work anyway. It is a very good normal, actually. It's one of the better pokes in the game. It doesn't look like it's amazing, but the hitbox distance is actually really good. It's a very long-range poke. And then the hurtbox is almost non-existent. Wake up super. Huh? Rephrase that, Maffy. Who's DP? Fuerte? Fuerte's DP does not hit grounded opponents, ever. Not even EX. The only combo into it he has, usually, is close run house switch launches. Oof. Big damage here. What the fuck? You're probably thinking of Alex. Guacamole like throws more like Mika. Never hits people on the ground. Wow. Towards forward demon. That's one of the best demon setups in the whole game. Immune to throws, immune to lows. You gotta do it real fast though. Then Seamus go, oh no. Zoning with Dan's fireball. It's more of a pressure tool, really. Oh no. Dan has a very unusual crumple state, and also a very unusual dizzy state. Which make him a little strange to combo. They deliberately kind of left some wonkiness in Dan's hurtbox to make him fall out of certain combos. You just have to let him crumple a little bit and then kill him. Doing it immediately can make a lot of normals that shouldn't miss. What's really funny is he's low profile for his dizzy, and prior to Ultra, there were a couple focus attacks I remember 8-ons for sure. Didn't hit low profile. So if you dizzy a Dan as 8-on, your level 3 focus attack just whiffs on him. Well, this might follow out the last one. Looks good. Hugo's dizzy. I think you're right, but I don't remember what it was. There was something really strange about it, I remember. Yeah, I think that was it. He was invincible for a pretty long time at the start of his dizzy animation or something. He might have been able to release that as a level 1 and get a punish. But the throw was good too. This is really not how you play Dan. I respect the effort. I probably should have been regular DPF ADC. Stay medium kick is a remarkably shitty poke. It looks like it'd be a pretty good poke. It does have okay range. But like every way that it could be shit it is. The startup is kind of low. Or it's slow rather. That was a good ultra. He was trying to catch a non-EX one, which is far easier to react to, but he still got an EX one. Yeah. Hugo's crouching for his dizzy and third strike, so you get really big, mean, beefy combos. The guy's first whiffed. I'm not even sure what Dan should have done there. What's wrong? Hi. God, Dan is a sad case. Drop the ender there. It's a light stomp or a light tatsu. Oh no, it's gonna whiff and Ryu gets a big punish. Yeah, low strong fireball FADC. If available. Low strong EX. Den kick if not. Is Dan 1000 1000 or is he weaker? I don't remember. Cute little combo. Yeah, that should have an EX. You have an EX DP there. It's not great to go for, but it exists. Oh. A little greedy with the meter build. Siren House. That was very strange. That could have been an ultra. Ryu's very careful there. I don't blame him. Dan's backdash is actually mad good, so if there was a reversal, or rather if Ryu landed and DP'd, they probably wouldn't have caught Dan's backdash. That's probably a trade combo there. I like normal trading with the first hit of towards strong. That's a hard knockdown, isn't it? I don't actually know. I think it is. Ooh. That's curious. Super is, I think, Ryu's strongest thing to go for there when he has no ultra. If he's talking about John Ding, I think he's talking about Tiger Uppercut. Dan doesn't really deal with fireball pressure that well. It's strange to say, but his own fireball is not really great at all for dispelling other fireballs. It's okay, it works, but you don't get anything from it, and you can't win a fireball war with Dan because his fireballs don't go anywhere. His only actual punish for fireballs is Ultra 1. His Ultra 1 is too shit. You lose too much picking it over his Ultra 2. This will probably work, but Dan might trade. Or that. That could happen too. The fireball could just never come out. There was definitely a punish available. Dan kicks do not. Lights can go over fireballs, but it's not something you can really pursue. EX does not. Dan actually has no good answer for fireballs at all. Except Ultra 1. That was curious. That's not something you would ever do in any context. What the fuck? That's not even an answer to focus because, like, stomps break armor. And that's a very weird thing to do on accident. I guess he was trying for towards medium kick into demon. That's gonna work. Might lose the, yeah, third rep. That's a hard knockdown though. Dan probably still had a punish. I think at least one of Dan's DPs has upper body invincibility. I think. Dan actually has anti-air DP trade Ultra. Now the Dan player swapped over to Ultra 1. Trying to punish some fireballs, I guess. Like that one, that would have been good. This is probably not the same you, but don't quote me. I started streaming once Tekken started. I'll tell you how I feel about Tekken. That's not gonna hit. Good punish. Oyaji. Oya means parent. G means dad. It's a rather respectful way of saying father. Nice. Dan's struggle after DPF ADC is extremely strange. It's neutral jump fierce. He used to not have a juggle there at all unless he used Ultra. I think in vanilla he like did not have a juggle. It was like DPF ADC EX DP was the only ender. But he got oh, I think he could do one hit of hard Tatsu as well. Hard Dan kick. Almost always focus attack combos do more than jump combos. For like the whole cast. Actually, no. Which is it? No, I think it is focus jumps do more. It's like the same. Jumps have less damage but less scaling. It depends on what you're going into, that's right. Whoa. So Dan should actually be able to kill Evil Ryu here. Never mind. The correct combo was like Stay and Fierce, DP, FADC Ultra 2. Scaling, focus only adds one more hit of scaling than the jump in does. It honestly doesn't make that much of a difference at all, especially when you consider a full focus attack does a rather significant amount more damage than a jump in. They're like super, super close. It depends on how much meter you're going to spend in the combo. That combo dropped, and then it dropped again. If Dan returns, he will almost certainly have a command grab. I would like them to bring Dan back because they've managed to pack a lot of memes into Dan every game. Bring back memes. I want the lethal joke characters. Ooh. Like Abigail. Broom Broom, Scree. I overall like Abigail a lot. A lot of people are saying some really mean things about him because of his current tier. But design-wise, he's really creative and very cool. Those so strong. Dan didn't have a good button to beat those, I don't think. The strong from that range was really good for Evil Ryu. That should work. Dan was too low to get a Dan kick to get out of the way, I think. Nice spacing. That's actually quite hard to make that work. You need to be a very specific distance away. If you're too far, it'll fall out. If you're too close, it'll go under. The fuck? That jump fierce didn't hit. In every way that Dan can be shit, he is shit. It's almost magical. That was a cool little combo. I think no stomp combos from Molo strong though. Dan player isn't amazing. This will do a lot. Unfortunately, Dan doesn't even have a good position at the end of this. Wow. He could easily win right now. I really don't like that focus. He was dead to a hit. He had effectively no armor. I have already the perfect idea for Dan, okay? You got a, what do you call it? You got an Akali style V trigger, so it never goes away. Taunting is your V skill, and it just builds meter. It just builds V meter, it doesn't do anything else. And his V trigger is to get possessed by his dad. And then all of his moves like change, like literally all of them completely change. Like not even his normals are the same. His entire normal and special set just changes. Just becomes a new character. And the character is actually good. I want Dan to channel his dead dad. It's perfect. Dan's dad actually never wore a Tengu mask, that's just his face. This might fall out. That was kind of late. Okay, it was pretty close, but he got it. Wow, it worked. Oh, it ended. We just watched 54 minutes of Street Fighter 4. And now it's over. Tiger Uppercut had Street Fighter 4. That sounds so cool.